very little Scare all through QPL actually.
Yeah.
This is what would be potentially one of the first.
Second time this season, actually.
Okay.
Wow.
Yeah. I like the stats. Quick stats. And apparently last week was also xron. So I didn't get to cast that one personally. So it would be my first time casting Scalebearer.
Yeah.
But it's something that can either be brilliant or either be really underwhelming. If there's anyone who can make Scalebearer work, it is xron though. Can be really good with him.
I'm excited to witness it because
Yeah.
I feel like
I've
this is really going to be
it's going to be terrible.
No, I don't think so. I feel like this is going to be a good one, right? Because obviously we know what Kilson can bring to the table, whereas xron, it's a little bit out of the ordinary. You know, it's something that we don't really expect we'll see too often, which means even in itself, it's a bit of a rare treat. I'm excited, but it looks like we're ready.
We are ready, and actually watch out on this map because I think xron is going to be playing Nyx. This is his favourite champ.
Well, here we go. His favourite champ versus the fan favourite in Kilson, the man that is on top right now. Will he be a top dog, or will xron be nipping at his heels and dragging him down as we kick this one off?
Well, he does manage to get the heavy off the start, but he's already have to give up a lot of stack towards the rail. Kind of expect it. You just really want to deny that item more than anything. And he just stays totally static off the exit. Problem is, for xron, 30 seconds, he's only got one of the trifecta. 36, sorry, till the Ghostwalker's up again. This is really scary. I don't even think he can go to this heavy. No, there's no chance. He just plays defensive until he's got his Ghostwalk back up. I think that's the only way forward.
I mean, it's actually quite a smart play, fundamentally. Goes for the quick peek as well, seeing if he could spot out Kilson there, getting any more info. 9 seconds now until his Ghostwalk's actually back up. Gets the additional armor. He does have the railgun to work with, but he's not fully equipped when it comes down to his tools of destruction, Zoot.
So, lightning gun in hand now. There's another one of the trifecta. It's just the rockets that he needs. Oh my god, is he going to try and do it? Please do it. What? Let's watch to see if it works. He's found it.
Oh.
He doesn't get it to work. Well, I've seen some tri-bolt damage can work through there when the heavy pickup comes over and they go back over to where Kilson moved through the little spiral hallway.
That could have actually been really sickening. Instead, though, we're straight back into the action. This is where the Octane starts to come through. The aggression now kicking off. Kilson coming out worse for wear in the fire overalls. He does begin to back off. Both of them, though, not pushing the front too much as they do take it slow and restock themselves rather than committing to the unnecessary aggression.
xron's done really well there. He's done so much damage with the nail gun. This heavy can be his. LG fight, this favors him actually, and Kilson's got to back away. Lightning gun once again, and he manages to get first blood on the map after, well, good play down at the Mega Health.
It's a good way to start this. So the cobwebs might be on the map, but he definitely doesn't have any on him right now. Dusting them off, back in. It's a rail tag that comes through, both of them putting themselves basically neck and neck in terms of the HP pool. But xron, he has the Ghost Walk to play with, now a bit of armor, uses it for the aggro play rather than defensive. Straight in, inside out as he obliterates him, straight ripping through his ribcage.
Oh my god, I think Kilson felt that rail was going to be the one, but it isn't. 3-0 at the moment for xron. I've seen so many perforations as well recently. What's been going on? Rockets are missing for xron! And he takes himself out in the end. 2-0 now. Rockets have also become a little bit more precise now. It's a bit harder to get that large splash. So it's been kind of balanced out a bit, which is something I'm very in favor of. But one getting the misses and deciding that I think he might replay how he did at the start. A lot of nail gun room camping. And yeah, that is going to be a ghost walk, and he might have to relegate himself back over to that room as soon as he works out what is Kilson's objective and where is he heading next.
I'm loving the slower calculated playstyle from xron, though. It's so smart in the way he's actually approaching the game right now.
Well, unfortunately, he missed the rockets. Oh, he gets the jump. Cool, I taught him that one. Oh, wow, he's so slippery.
He is. He's like a fish. He's swimming his way up, though, as he wants to try and get back upstream.
Maybe he handles fish.
I mean, you know, Kilson's the cheater. They're designed to hold on to fish.
Are they?
But more so bears, but probably.
You're not David Attenborough, clearly. Well, I've been known to...
Well, did you know that wombats have square poo? And they also have a very hardened rear end, so they actually sprint butt first towards enemies.
I can't tell if you're lying.
No, that's actually a true fact, but
okay,
back into the matter at hand.
Yeah, map in hand. We've got Kilson running through. It's going to be into an all play. There is Ghost Wall. xron wanted to get that rocket off before anything further went, but there's the mega health. He can make it in time. Just checking behind him. Where's Kilson chasing from? And it's actually from above as he lands an insane rocket. But things calm down a little bit. xron is really being cautious at the moment. In a lot of matchups where you've got someone you're going against who's not very mobile, at this point you can actually play defensive for the rest of the game. But if xron opts to do that, then I think it's too much against a Ranger who can close the gap just like that. He has to be a bit more proactive, and he has to be doing damage and forcing Kilson to want to continue his control on the items rather than be proactively chasing around the map.
It's also the level of like smart play we've seen here today between these two players already is just miles above. You can see the slow calculation, everything is incredibly thought through, there's no overcommits, it's all based off what will be the highest % chance that they actually do get the advantage so far into the matchup. We're at 5 minutes, there's only 2 kills on the board, both of them being for xron, apart from the suicide where it would have been 3. He does instantly dip out though, of the first time we've had some actual aggression from Kilson, but this is where the cheater starts to ramp up. The movement is the difference maker as he now starts to tie things back up. It's a 1 kill lead now for xron. As Kilson, he's looking like those claws have been sharpened.
Yeah, really nice chase from Kilson. A very good read, and he just went with his instinct. xron, I think, usually you see him so cautious. He'll use the Ghost Walk, but he'll just let the opponent guess where he is and wait for that, then walk the opposite way. He seemed in a bit more of a rush. I didn't know what to do when he was being chased. This is going to be another chase down. He hasn't got Ghost Walk. Kilson knows he needs to take him down now. Hits a great rail with the wall jump that goes up, but xron now left to 2-2. He needs to find a way to get himself onto the weapons and sort of bring back the fragging power that he had at the beginning of the game.
The thing is, Kilson, he looks like he's on the aggressive now. He wants to go for the aggro plays. He's looking like he's really hungry for these. The best way to rile up an animal is to starve it of its food, and that's what's happened here. It's Kilson.
That sounds cruel.
It is cruel, but that's what Kilson does.
Okay. Well, starves himself, and then...
Well, he probably had a nice amount of potassium, you know, probably popped a banana before the game.
Understood. He's the type to do that.
Yeah.
It's a good idea.
It is.
I recommend it to
gets you
everyone else.
ready. Have your 5 a day, 10 a day now, actually.
Oh, is it really? Oh,
yeah,
God.
it's gone up. Kilson looking to go up here as well in terms of the current kill tally on the board. Might be stuck at 2-2, but he is fighting hard for this to try and get that 3rd frag.
Kilson's just enjoying staying in control at the moment. He wants to get little blips of damage here and there, but he needs to always have that information. This could be absolutely genius. He doesn't get the rocket off, but he forces out the Ghost Walk, and he's chasing absolutely flawlessly, but it's a mutual frag. xron's able to get the rocket damage off. It looked like it was going to be a total blunder for xron.
Oh, the fight though, they're not giving up. They're both just going straight back into this. xron is down to 82 HP. Kilson does have the advantage right now in terms of the stack, but xron is close to try and grab the armor. Although he looked like he was going to get booped off, still grabs it, low on HP and gets away. Kilson with the mega. This one is just far too close to call right now. The prediction rocket barely missing, tries the tri-bolt instead, and that will at least spook him for the meantime.
Yeah, Kilson with no armor at all. I would have loved to have seen xron just keep that position up at the top, because Kilson just needs to get armor for himself. But that fadeaway rail, xron stacks up a little bit. Some nifty jumps here and there, but it's the health respawns that help him out the most. And he's determined to get something. Ah, he hits the direct! And Kilson, I mean, he wouldn't be able to believe it there, that it actually worked out for him. The problem is that Rocket isn't meaningful enough anymore.
Yeah.
The overstack armor's gone, but he's still got overstack health to deal with.
Although that one is getting printed out and being put on the fridge.
Yeah, if you manage to get a full Rocket to rail, by the way, I mean, yeah, I've got nothing to say after that. I've just lost my words.
It would just be despicable. Tied up 3-3 though. 2 minutes left as we're starting to eat into the 9th minute now as the fight's going to be coming through. xron instantly backing off as he's got to scurry away. Kilson was incredibly low. Oh, he actually did fall down, giving himself an opportunity to actually slip through this one, although he's now got the armor. He's been putting himself into such a better position. xron is just playing the waiting game. Slow but passive, and once he gets the spot, tries to rip him a new one with the rail. Will land the tag, but it won't be the frag just yet.
He wants to get himself that light. Make sure he doesn't get any of that damage when being chased, but Kilson being very cautious himself. Not really willingly want to fight. He'll chase out a little bit into the rail room. Oh, he does get the orb, and he manages to hit the rockets as well. xron just exploded there. He didn't have the Ghost Walk, so he could not withstand the pressure then. Still a couple of seconds till Ghost Walks up. On the rocket is perfect from Kilson. 5-3. And that's starting to put to bed any of the anxieties he may have had after the start of this where it went wrong.
Oh yeah, this is a game changer at this point. Using the rocket jump to get away. He knew that there was a potential that xron would still be close by. Sniffs him out and goes for the aggression.
Yeah, this is now 10. This is just what happened. This is what happened to Kilson a little bit when it went versus Wenger.
Right.
He was only a frag behind, but in the last portions of the game, he just went absolutely nuts and managed to force out some mistakes from his opponent. There's some like magic voodoo that Kilson's got on this map, I swear.
Definitely looks blessed a lot of the times with some of the shots that he's able to hit so elegantly. As he waits. This is essentially as good as done. I was waiting to see if he was going to get a final frag to add to it, but no, it seems like it will be a 6-3 scoreline. So 3 frags being the difference maker there off the back of a very slow start. It was Kilson to start ramping things up as time went by. Does claim the first map over xron there.
Yeah, very nice matchup though. Look at the difference in control. 4 heavies, 4 megas for xron. We've got 14 and 13. xron was playing off the map so often, still doing a great job, but I think if he found a different way to hold on to that lead earlier on, then that would have been the magic for him. But it's so much harder said than done.
Yeah, it's you can think about it, you can dream about it, but actually executing it, words with Zoot. We'll get it down.
Seriously. Still getting in my poetry classes. Need to get my vocab up.
You got to sign on. You got to start doing the poetry classes. It'll help out. We'll do some like one-on-one tuition.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Did you do like elocution? Is that the kind of school that you? I'm not saying you needed it. That sounds actually really passive aggressive from me.
I'm not lethal. All right. But
I'm going to tweet him after this.
You should.
Oh, that was disgusting, that perforation frag. Oh my god.
Some of the kills we saw in this one were absolutely lethal, by far. It was ridiculous. Kilson, I think, he almost seemed as if he was furious off the back of what went down in the early game from xron, and then just rolled with it.
Yeah, and then he was furious afterwards because he got hit through that tiny little gap on the heavy, and it was like, right, I'm going to punish you for this. I do like his orb plays, and I didn't realize that when he was chasing for one of the tying up frags, that he actually orbed back the other way in case that chase wasn't the right way to go. I love that. I love that we caught that. That was excellent.
It's so lucky as well he actually got the connection off to give us that display. It was very nicely played.
It's a shame you can't build on anything because it's like he's still the other side of the wall. I can't chase it at all, I think he's just doing it for the memes. I think that's a good way to describe xron. He does it for the memes.
Do it for the memes, boys.
Yeah, exactly.
You got to at times. It's just the way you got to live your life.
And I think the memes will continue because we've got Scalebearer coming up next, and I'm really excited for that. I actually think he's going to make it pretty close this game.
Okay.
He might even just storm away, and I don't know if I'm more curious or less curious, but I'm very interested to see, at least to see how is Kilson going to deal with it, because Scalebearer's movement is just insane. The way that you can kind of continue momentum on the floor just by kind of changing the direction, you can do a lot of very interesting and creative things that I think we've barely even scratched the surface of in Quake Champions in terms of what kind of tricks are we going to see from different players. And xron is one of the people leading the way in that kind of innovation as for what champions like Scalebearer can do.
Wow, so potentially the theory crafting that this man could have been doing behind the scenes could really pay the dividends here.
Oh, hopefully. Hopefully we get to see that show. But at the same time, Kilson fans out there are going to be like, no, just shut this one down, Kilson. Yeah. Just get those 8 points.
That is the Kilson factor. That is always a worry. You never know if he's just going to turn up and absolutely mop the floor and just get rid of you, or if he's going to turn up and it will be a close affair with him just constantly trying to get the late game advantage.
xron is usually someone, though, no matter when, you always see a good performance from him. He's one of those very consistent players. Sometimes he will really peak and he'll get some great results out. I think he had a fantastic QuakeCon. But no matter what, you always see him delivering something good, and the games will usually be close. I can remember so few instances where I see xron just getting totally bodied.
Yeah, I mean, I don't feel like there really is much chance of that, especially with Scalebearer coming through. He's going to want to give us a show. He's going to give every one of our viewers as well that are tuning in for today's broadcast a bit of a glimpse into what is possible with him, as I feel like this is really his spotlight to show what no one else is doing right now.
He's just, is there someone out there like making a sort of weird frag movie for him? I don't know. You could have a kind of same like frag movie, but also a bloopers at the same time, and it would be fit. Like you could use the same clips for both anyway for xron. He's just perfect. He's a perfect gentleman.
Wow,
That's a different story.
Zoot's breakdown. He's a perfect gentleman. That one's going on his... But that'll be in the Twitter bio, actually.
I think xron should have that as perfect gentleman.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, put it in his Twitter bio. He'll keep that one close to heart. That's quite a heartwarming sentiment from Zoot.
Yeah, I mean, he still owes me a beer, so I'm being way too nice to him, to be honest.
Right, well, let's see if he can try and pay off those debts in-game. Once we get underway with this one, he's going to really need to bring the pain as Scowlbearer, the big, beautiful man that we have behind us, of course. As the set's now nicely dressed, isn't it? It looks very very beautiful.
Being, like, arted up a bit, we can kind of see. I mean, I'm just looking at the monitor, guys. Sorry, I could just point here. It would be a bit more showmanship. But yeah, I got a scarf.
Yeah?
I need to wear them off. They're really nice, actually.
They look like they'd be quite warm.
Well, they are generally intended for winter purposes. When it gets a bit cooler...
You could probably get summer scarves, I reckon, but they'd be much thinner. And they probably wouldn't be very good scarves.
This is definitely a winter one.
It is a winter scarf. Yeah, you can tell by the fact that it's thick.
Yeah, no, that's true. I'm sorry that you don't have your citrus on today as well.
No, it's fine. I've gone for the cherries instead.
I like the cherries. The cherries are very good.
It's not bad, is it?
Yeah.
It's all right.
Very clean.
Thank you very much. You're also quite clean, sir. But someone that is always clean and always ridiculous, of course, is Kilson, the killer, facing off versus xron for the second time here tonight. But Scowlbearer is on show. Zoot, I mean, this one is for you, really.
It almost feels that way. xron just needs to find his opponent, and he's found him through the medium of being railed in the butt, which usually isn't how you want to find your opponent. If xron can kind of get some nice overstack control with at least health or armor, then I feel like he's going to be a bit confident to maybe do something outrageous, go with the gauntlet out, pick up some momentum. That's a nice spot of damage, actually, that I believe happened shortly after... Oh my god, that happened shortly after the heavy was taken. xron just trying to get out of the way, really didn't want to be railed once more, but this stack is something that he can do something with.
Yeah, huge position. It's clear to the eye why he has the advantage right here as we hit the minute mark, and xron trying to find himself a good position to play with. Listens out for the audio cues. It's a nice early boop. He's going to be able to grab the armor as well and charge straight in with a lightning gun. Kilson quite low within 10 seconds there. A lot of pain being fed straight towards him.
You can see a little bit there of this crazy movement mechanics that Scowlbearer does have. This nice little pivot jump that he takes, but Kilson gets onto the mega health. This isn't a bad item to give up if you're xron. Missed rail. Kilson's in a lot of trouble. You could go for the bull rush here, and he's gonna do it. That is gonna be the first frag for xron.
He's going in windmilling. It's like a rugby game.
Ooh, and we've got another rail. He's out in the open. xron tries to flick for another and a follow-up, but they miss. That was the opportunity for the conversion kill. And it might have to wait a few more moments.
Going up to the 2-minute mark, xron finding that first frag, looking absolutely dominant, but looking confident as well. Tries to play off the back of that. Spots out Kilson, goes in for the aggression now, repositions himself to grab the extra rockets to play with. He can try and steal the rail away as well if he wants to starve out Kilson. For the meantime, just going to hold on the tight Kurt angle and wait for the push into him as he fires off the warning rocket and makes his escape.
Just trying to figure out what is Kilson's plan of action at the moment. How does he get to an item cleanly? He's eventually determined that, you know what, I'm good on the mega. And there should be the light in a second as well. Here we go. He's not going for it. He doesn't want to make those sound cues. He wants to hold Kilson in suspense a little bit. So what is he doing? There's a drop. Oh, he actually benefits more from that armor. He would have only recovered about 25 resources. Now he gets the full 50. Problem is that he's low on HP. He might even have to think about bull rushing away where you've got a 50% damage reduction on incoming damage. He still gets himself onto the heavy. He's using up so much stat. You could just bull rush out of there, but he just gets chased down. That was way too standard. xron should not have been giving that up. Kilson makes it 1-1.
Oh, but it looks like things could change right here, right now. The bull rush coming through to go aggressive rather than defensive. But instead he just goes headstrong into the lightning that is being fed into his lips there.
Oh, it's just hilarious.
Did you enjoy that one?
I did. Oh my god, it almost gets pushed off completely. xron goes in for the LG fight. I love that the last kill Kilson's just like, I've got to hit as much LG as possible, even though there's 50% being taken off. You can see the urgency. We've got another little boop, but xron misses the follow-up rail. That could have been going 2 to 3 then. I think he's going to rush once again. Oh no, I thought he looked like he was going down the stairs for a second, but he's decided that he'll play it a bit patient. There's still plenty of game time left. Wait, is he going to play it patient or is he going to run at him now?
Oh, both of them shooting the rails in unison there. Kilson more effective on the tags, however it will be negated because Ron's able to back off and restock himself. It's a close near miss, followed up by a nice little hit there from Kilson, at least to try and put his feelers out, and shows on that he's not messing him out in this one. Both of those abilities are going to be coming back up now. xron, he might have the bull rush, but will he get a chance to use it? He's in close range! Instead, Kilson with a suicide!
Did he get bull rushed? He got bull rushed into, and then I think he hit a rocket on the bull rush, and then exploded.
Must have landed right on his head hitbox whilst he was on top of him.
Yeah. I don't even 100% know. But I think, yeah, it was only about a 50 damage rocket, and then he just happened to be too close. It's kind of like forcing out those, you know, sometimes people run with a clutch shield at you.
Yeah.
And you just take yourself out because you can't do enough damage to necessarily kill them anyway.
So you just go for the deny instead.
Yeah, because it explodes on them, so it's just, well, I'm going to cut the distance and I'm going to let you do the job for me. Ooh. Someone was fast around that corner, actually. Still wide peek / just jumping at him. I'm still playing this kind of patient. He's not trying to overplay the situation. He wants to get himself on that heavy, and I think he heard the running around, so heavy should be, yeah, formality for him.
Kilson getting the rocket could now be a bit of a game changer though. Hopefully this means we might see some real impact starting to come through. xron trying to stay quick on his heels. He's chasing him. He's tight behind as he's on the aggression. Pops the vision, spots him out, wants to try and get the prediction off. That's a beautiful rail to land, shooting him in the back there at least. But here's the non-stop fight that's coming through. Kilson has a point to prove, and he is going to put a pin right in it. xron goes down.
Yeah, all these long-range rails from Kilson. He's got a larger hitbox to fight against, but you've got to execute. And he's starting to do that a lot more than he was able to at the beginning of this map. Really brave from xron. I don't know how he escaped that much damage. There's no way Kilson should have missed that one. The fact that he somehow hugged the wall and didn't take more damage. And another weird missed rail. xron just kind of scoops around against the light armor. Couple of health bubbles. I think his timing is a bit off on this heavy because he's waiting for it about close to 10 seconds early. Early again, and that's going to be a rail that finishes him. Definitely shouldn't be hanging around. When a player does that, you can tell they're just a bit too desperate to get some control. That switch up in the direction again.
Oh, the bull rush! He gets close, closes the distance, and then opts to just blast him to the moon there with a rocket that is going to hit him right in the face.
It just makes me happy. It just makes me really happy.
Well,
all these missed shots.
5-2. He's going to get the kill anyway, though. The fight comes through stronger there for Kilson as he puts himself up to an even bigger lead, getting the 6 off. It's a nice prediction as he pops the visor. He's got complete clarity on where xron is. The railgun, it could have been absolutely sublime with the follow-up as well. He is not giving any chances to xron right now. Constantly playing with the initiative, pushing the objective, and landing each and every rail because this man is a lunatic. 7-2 here. There is no chance for the big bully on xron to do some damage.
Unfortunately, there was nothing down there for him. He's back over. I'm going to get the heavy. Oh, this time he just bypasses it completely. I think xron's just having fun at the moment. It just feels like he might be down 7-2, but he's smiling the whole way. He's playing Scalebearer. How can you not be smiling?
He's doing it for the boys.
Exactly.
And that's all that matters when it comes down to it. Although Kilson is going to be doing it for the victory here. The rockets are connecting. That's actually got xron so low. Kilson as well, in a horrible position, but look at the confidence on him. He was way more than happy to just continue pushing the fight and trying to go for these plays. Eventually gets his stack back up. The bull rush is going to be coming through, but again, it's another trade.
Yeah, I think xron was very close to being able to clean that up completely. I wasn't sure he was going to connect with the... Oh, good. He's missed more. He's going to be able to get himself over to the mega health. Just. Oh, he misses a direct. He's still chasing a bit, though. He's like, I'm going to get the pummel on him. Oh, crap, he's turned around. And promptly destroyed. xron he just wants to get it on stream to do the pummel, and not like a proper bull rush, but just using the momentum to get that extra damage.
What's rough, though, is the fact that there really isn't much time left at all here. This is the danger zone, Zoop. k1llsen is in the server and his name is xron. Let's see if he can try and unleash, though. Once again, fully committing to this. Goes for the deep play as he dives his way through.
Wow.
Kilson toying with him, just manhandling and playing with his food here. And he's just going to be able to breeze his way through. Looks to add another kill to his frags.
Ooh.
Instead, though, it's
the
xron
hell?
with a re-aggression. There's only a minute left. I mean, I really don't know if he's going to be able to do this. If he is, it has to be all xron all the time from this point forward.
Yeah, it's probably asking too much at this point for him, and I think he's going to see how much fun can he have. What can he do to maybe shake up Kilson a little bit for the next time? He's going to see how mental it is with the movement. In a couple of seconds, he's got the bull rush again. He might go after it in a second. He's got to try and find him. Where's he going to be at the bottom? Unfortunately for him, his bull rush ends, and his chances to get another frag have also ended.
The trader damage is really rough for xron as well. 30 seconds left at this point. Kilson, doesn't matter what he does, he could just sit there, just take a timeout, have a bit of tea on his tea plate, and he'd be really walking away as the victor here. And it seems like that is basically what's going to happen. Kilson, I think he's locked down map 2, Zoo.
Absolutely has. And I think this is kind of going a little bit more as expected as it goes in these QPL games. Kilson should be definitely gunning for the 3-0 versus xron. I don't think it would be it shouldn't be an easy series, and these games have already been really fun, decently close. I wasn't sure what to expect from this one. I think the score does make sense overall. I actually think if xron's rail was on even a little bit more, I mean, you're asking a lot when you're trying to say player hit 60% rail, consistently, but there were definitely chances for some more openings for xron.
I think so. I feel like he really gave it his all going into that. Obviously made full use of what Scalebearer had available to him. Off the back of that was a nice way to actually get a good look at Scalebearer, because it is a rare treat. It seems to be the Zon sort of speciality that comes out in the Quake Pro League at the moment. So that was a nice insight. Although really what matters is that raw killing action, and that is what Kilson has going for him.
And I mean, the memes are going to continue in the next game.
Oh yeah.
I can't wait.
That's brilliant.
Oh, was that our little warm-up that we had? Lovely. We did get the bull rush quite early on, actually. I like that xron managed to at least get a bull rush frag going. But there were some of these instances where xron was just taking damage, and it just wasn't working for him. Did this one work out? I got the LG after he didn't have enough health. I think there were some chances where xron had to use bull rush defensively to get himself out of some hairy situations, and he didn't take those opportunities. I genuinely think the game could have been closer if he had done that.
Well, that's the thing. It was constant aggression use of the bull run. Obviously, I think it was before we saw that initial kill that came through with it in the first sort of 45 to a minute that we saw. There was moments where you and Crescent were like, look, if he takes this time out to at least play a little bit more passive, a little bit more defensive, potentially he could get himself into a better position. Instead, he just didn't give a damn. He was constantly running headstrong into his opposition. Headstrong, xron's going to take you on. Headstrong, xron's going to take on anyone.
No, absolutely. And now to take on Kilson with Strog, it's going to require something pretty damn special. But what a fun list of highlights we have. I love this moment as well. Kilson and his evasive action, and then the combo up the bounce pad. Absolutely glorious from him.
Oh yeah, that was wonderful stuff to watch. Little highlight reel of just moments of greatness from the Billy Bull.
Maybe some top 10 contenders there for some future productions. I'm excited. I've been enjoying the top 10s that we've been having already, so looking forward to some more.
Any big takeaways you've been looking at? Any juicy ones you remember?
There's been so many juicy ones. I think it's I couldn't name just but one. No. I liked the air rocket. I like that Brick got himself in on the top 10. Got a nice little air rockets going on Vale. That was pretty hot.
Hashtag free Brick.
Yes.
Yeah. We'll see what goes down with Brick when we get onto the American regions. But
yeah, we've got him up today. That's fine.
It'll be fun to witness our boy Brick. See what he's.
I think are playing together.
The Wazzle Dazzle.
Yeah, exactly. If depending on Brick's research and homework, we'll see about that. But we're not in the Americas just yet. We're still at EU-CIS. And I'm just thinking, I really want to be able to break down the next map a bit more, because I believe it's Blood Covenant with Slash on Kilson, Strog and Pika on xron. This is such a weird champion matchup, and it's also very fresh because of our recent balance changes. I just really don't know what to. Okay, I say I don't know what to expect is going to happen in the game. I just think the outcome is going to be Kilson winning some capacity. I did say earlier that xron's not the type of person who usually gets totally run over. We had a close first map. Second map wasn't as close. Unless xron has got something special now, this could be where it happens.
Yeah, honestly, I think looking at it and just taking it for face value of what we've seen in the past, obviously, xron had a lot of chances going into this where there could have been like a big upset potential. It's also the fact that Kilson, right, he was kind of in a bit of an awkward space. It's that limbo of, oh, look, he's dropped last week. Is this a downward trajectory? Is this him just having an off week? It seems like it really was just an off week, and he's going to start working his way back up.
I almost feel bad saying it was an off week. I still think Kilson was playing well. I just feel like we were seeing Wenger in form. You know what I mean? I think, obviously, anytime you lose, you're going to want it to be an off week because you want your on weeks to always be victories. You're on games. But I think that makes me more excited to see what Wenger's got coming up with base afterwards. That's going to be a very juicy matchup. But I'm glad that Kilson didn't kind of dig a rut for himself of some sort and play worse this week because of that.
I don't think you can. Honestly, I think if you take it at face value, losing to anyone, if you're losing to Wenger, that's probably a good position to be in because he definitely seems like he has so much to prove and so much talent. But we'll come back to Wenger whilst we're there. Meanwhile, we're in the present here, and we do have Kilson versus xron. The third and final matchup between these two dastardly gamers. Let's see who's going to walk away.
That's going to be opening damage from Kilson. Is he going to find any follow-up? I think he was expecting the jump across, but xron is already out of there. And I think he's already scooped up loads of lights. Just trying to figure out where the hell can I go. And Kilson's going to, unfortunately for him, let the rail go, which is a little bit dangerous because xron can do some damage with that weapon.
Ooh. Full face value there coming through from Kilson as he goes in for the aggression. Ouch. It's a lovely knock up in the air from the rocket and then the full commit to take him down. He also lands the rail as well on the respawn. The prediction was there. If xron would have run into it, that would have been a further frag in a matter of seconds. So he's lucky he played his cards right.
Yeah, I don't know how xron makes it away. Is he going to be able to track him at all? Trying to figure out where on earth did xron disappear to. xron has just found himself a couple of light armors. And Mega's going to be up next. Kilson playing the steady, he's not overplaying it. Just do it ABC.
Oh, the fact is as well, this is a map normally where Kilson's full kit can be utilized. He has such a smart understanding of the way of playing this, and you can see it translated in the way he elegantly just glides around the map and starts dealing deathly blows. At this point though, backing off, going to go for the actual armor pickup to get himself into a nice position. Already finding one kill on the board. We're coming up to the 2-minute mark and Kilson has the high ground. Ooh. Spots him out as well, but a vision there onto xron.
Oh, I was nervous about the switch, but it was to the rail and he just denies that jump over to the rail for xron. And now item's not up for another 10 seconds. I wonder if he can be a bit proactive around the map and spot out some damage. Sees that the lightning gun was recently taken. Last one up at a catwalk, in fact. Well, actually, this heavy machine gun damage that xron's doing is not bad at all. I think he's got some items over at the pillars that he's just taken. But getting himself onto the mega health, he's not up for 5 seconds. He's knocked him down the bounce pad, but it's just perfect rockets from Kilson, and xron ends up sticking himself into the negatives, which is pretty rough.
Ooh, especially when he follows it up with a fast 1-2 rail like that as well, and then just goes for the defensive play, holding towards the armor. It actually would have worked out very nicely for him as well. So on rotated over towards that position. If he would have held it long enough, he probably could have got a tasty bit of damage off. Instead, he opts to just take the full frontal assault once again. The punish towards the portal.
Found nice little drive-by we got there.
Oh my goodness.
xron's just trying to make it around the map somehow, but he's just faltering rail after rail after rail from Kilson. 2 to -1. And I mean, he's got a pretty clean rotation that he can make at the moment. xron is going to miss out. Does try and get some rockets off. Successful in doing so, but he loses out on the frag and almost spotted down by... I think he was spotted at pillars, but just immediately went out of line of sight.
The Ferrari peaks that are coming out right now from Kilson, just non-stop momentum. As he breezes his way around the map and looks to try and breeze himself into an even better position here as well. A constant upward trajectory as he obliterates xron. Then with the pre-fire as well, it's the land that comes through off the back of the rail, sends off the warning rocket, and just scavenges so much more. He is non-stop with the rails.
This is disgusting. There's another. He finds every single angle, and xron is just wondering what the hell to do. Probably not pick Dragon Peeker, I think, is step 1. Step 2, well, too late you picked it. Deal with the consequences.
I just love watching Kilson on this map. It's the fact that everything's given to him, and the way that he plays the game, and the way that he understands so elegantly how to approach it, it's all there. It's served up from him in some very nice packages, and he just constantly delivers, Zoot.
Yeah, his slash is being absolutely joyous to watch at the moment. I've got a feeling it's not going to stop just yet. He finds another rocket. The Mega's his. xron is still in the negatives. Oh! And it's just finding him off the spawn every single time. Up, down at the stairs. He does see him. Does start to hit the rails, even though he missed the initial. Now he wants to break in fast. I think he almost wanted to pummel him, it looked like. Look at that. Rocket to rail. It's so damn clean.
It's looking like Sonic the Hedgehog right now. He's moving so fast, it's hard to tell what he even is. Is he a blur, or is he a man that is going to be walking away with the full points for this series?
Oh!
It seems like that could be the case, as he does not stop landing the rails!
No Mega help for you. And off the spawn, he finds him again, almost finds another rail. Oh dear lord. You see, he is like Sonic the Hedgehog now. He's got completely blue hair. You know, he has gone full Sonic on us.
He's living it. He's literally living the movie.
Absolutely. Oh, there we go. Sparty, that's how you get rid of Pikus, by the way.
Take note. Kilson finally in a position where maybe he'll be susceptible to actually dying for once here. Backs off though, given the opportunity to restock himself and put himself on a huge ledge to work down with and rain death from above, which he'll start to do. xron dancing around, trying to jitter past the pillars and find himself protected. Luckily enough, we'll get some cover for the meantime, but Kilson, he's still waiting, he's playing it smart. The audio cues will tell him that there's an elephant coming his way, and the railgun will rip him to pieces.
I mean, this is a spanking right now.
xron is being put to bed by Kilson. He's been tucked in, he's halfway through his bedtime story, it's one of the Mr. Men books, and it's over for him.
It's lights out. He's just, yeah, it's just been sleepy. It's been a really good story. Or has he been listening to poetry? I mean, what kind of poetry is he listening to? I'm testing you now. I'm sticking you like...
I don't know. Maybe it was just some haikus. He was reading some haikus before bed. Oh! How has he even survived? This has got 4 HP!
He's just calculated. Absolutely calculated at the end. He knew how to finish the job faster. By the time he got low, he's like, yeah, let's just quickly wrap this one up.
Here's the thing. If you've just tuned in and you're watching this and you want a 101 on how to be absolutely sick at Quake, if you can somehow mimic everything that Kilson does, that's basically the way forward. This man is just a mechanical monster.
Yeah, step 1, be like Kilson.
Step 2, don't not be like Kilson.
Step 3, success. Let's go.
Step 4, profit.
Yes, exactly. We've always got that.
Ooh.
I thought he was going to use the lightning gun for a second, but he's just kind of floating around. He's barely got stack. Starting to change that now. He's going to want the rails back soon. But he's just floating around. You can't predict this. This man's unreadable.
He floats like a bumblebee, but he stings like an absolute warhead. Oh, look at this! The jukes!
Oh my god! No follow-up! xron gets himself off the negatives. I'm sorry, xron, I just really didn't want you to get off the negatives. Nice little rail off the spawn.
Not like this.
Oh, if that frag came true though, I mean, highlight of the year right there.
That would have just been menacing. Surely, that's just not allowed. Not on Twitch TV.
We haven't actually seen xron using Strog at all yet, like from his point of view. I'm very curious about that. Oh, can you get him? Almost the rail.
That's a peekaboo rail coming through.
Oh, missed opportunity.
Oh, the wrist breaker nearly there from xron trying to whip his way across.
It's really unlike him to go for those kind of rails. He's usually the sort of calm, precise, you know.
The more defensive rail.
Yeah, we'll hold it, or we'll kind of do like a sweeping shot, you know. The hard flicks is not normal for him. But I think at this stage it's a bit more, he's probably having fun.
Yeah.
That's like his motto generally.
Just have fun.
Yeah, have fun. That's what it's about. Oh my god.
I mean, really, as well, you've kind of got to do everything unorthodox and out of your normal comfort zone when you're up against Kilson, because he puts you in a box. He literally pushes you in a corner and makes you feel so uncomfortable about anything you want to do. He's always like 5 steps ahead.
Oh, you found all the peekers out.
Oh, his head's had enough.
I mean, no, I just want to say, you know, good luck to our to Oliver, our replay guy, for finding the highlights that we're going to be getting after this one. Yeah. I mean, we've got a few to choose from here. Honestly, we're spoiled for choice, if anything.
What's that? We've got 10 minutes of just kills from Kilson.
Yeah. I mean, so if we just replay the entire map, I think we should pretty much cover all the action.
I think so. We wouldn't miss the trick with that. xron finally actually getting himself a frag that counts on the board off the back of his early game deficit. Let's see if he can get any more to at least maybe bring up his confidence levels going forward into this one, because Kilson, he's already set himself a unbeatable precedent of 16 kills here within 9 minutes.
Yeah, so those nice 8 points there that we got ourselves on the global leaderboards.
That was actually him live eating those. That was his mic we went on to there, not Zoo.
Gonna find him in a second. Oh, came back out.
3.
Hey, there's another.
Almost the third? Oh, he's just giving it to him.
Kilson's just like,
it's over.
It's done. Roof. I think he's so supporting his North American brethren. Do you know the roof? The roof? Yeah, do you know the roof? I don't really know what to call it.
The roof is on fire?
No. So roof is like the ROFL of the American scene.
Right.
Yeah. I don't even know entirely how it came to be, but this is for anyone who's maybe been on the fringe of the Quake community and is now just because you've got to understand the memes, right?
You could branch it out, spread it out, spread the love.
It's not really a meme anymore. It's just reality in,
right.
in North American Quake scene, and it's kind of sort of dipping into EU.
Okay.
But I don't feel adequate enough to be able to use it myself.
To be dropping roofs.
Yeah, I don't feel that I'm. Yeah, I haven't earned my ability to do that. I think I need like an American passport for it or something. I'm not
and then
sure.
you unlock a roof.
Yeah, exactly.
Right. Well, more on roofs later, potentially.
From, about NA scene.
That's good. We'll delve into it. We're in the Americas. We'll really get into things. But for now, I think I want you to give a quick overview in 3 words of what the hell Kilson just did to xron.
It's the hardest thing I've ever had to do.
That was